Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Petra V Wosu or at Petra Wosu, whatever. Petra is here. And so for those who have subscribed and have seen some of my videos, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I greet you with open arms, and I wanted to talk about my first pregnancy versus this current pregnancy that I'm in now. Can't really see my tummy here, but a lot of people have been asking me, comparing your first pregnancy, which is with my daughter, who is now, honestly, I stopped keeping track of her, but I want to say she's like 19, 20 months right now, compared to my son, who I'm going to be giving birth to in 8 weeks. Are they the same? Are they different? So if you're interested in finding out between the first pregnancy versus the second pregnancy, keep watching. So, where do I start? With my daughter, I got pregnant immediately after we got married, and that pregnancy was smooth sailing. Like, I was glowing. Nothing was like, I had no issues at all, no health issues throughout the entire time. I was actually working, traveling. I was flying very frequently because I'm a consultant for online programs. So I fly and I work with teachers all over. So I was flying all over, driving too as well. And I was not affected by it. Me and baby girl were like, just moving to the point where a lot of people are like, Petra, kind of sweating here. People are like, Petra, you need to slow down. You're pregnant. But it didn't feel like that. Like literally even through third trimester. So like literally the last few weeks, I felt like this is great. Pregnancy is great. Delivery was also good. I wanted to be that mom that gave birth all natural. I tried that. I'm not doing that this time around. So I went about 19, 20 hours, y'all, unmedicated, trying to push this girl out. I'm happy I didn't push her out without medication, because I don't think I would have been able to do it, because first of all, I was tired. My husband was tired, and I finally got the epidural. Once I got the epidural, I was happy as can be. So once I got the epidural, gave birth vaginally, but then when we finally realized that this girl was basically close to 9 pounds, she was 8 pounds and 12 ounces. Call it 9 pounds, let's round it up. She was a 9-pound baby. Her shoulder got stuck, so they labeled her as having shoulder dystocia. So her arm got stuck, so they had to pull her out, did an x-ray. She came back fine. Baby girl was crying, moving her arms. Y'all have seen her on my Instagram. If you're not following me, follow. She is perfectly fine. So we thank God for that. But anyway, there has been discussions along the line of, with my OB, that, you know, hey, she was a pretty big baby. Your pelvic, and I'm probably get some of the terminology wrong, but from what I understand is my pelvic is small. And I'm like, all this technology we have today, why don't y'all have technology to go up and see if our pelvic is big enough to birth a big baby or a small baby or however? And so she's, unfortunately, we don't know until you actually give birth. And she said, from what it looks like, your pelvic is small. So therefore you can't really, we don't know, we can't really avoid too many complications. And then, you know, they say things like, after the first baby, the babies get bigger. So all of those things. So she said, would you be open to a C-section if you plan on having more babies? Keep in mind, I have fibroids. I will do a YouTube on that another time. I found out I have fibroids when I got pregnant with my daughter. So that will be a whole nother video. But anyway, so I said yes. I said, so long as I'm healthy, the baby's healthy, that's really all that matters to me. Health over anything. So anyway, I'm here now. I'm in my third trimester. Currently, I have an appointment coming up actually today. So after I record this, I'm gonna go to my appointment, check on baby boy, see how he's doing, how he's growing. So basically where we're at now is with this pregnancy, C-sections on the table, but then also giving birth vaginally. Right now, vaginal birth is on the table unless we see that this baby is getting out of control and getting big and all those different types of things. So that's something I'll keep you guys up to date about. But let's talk about when I got pregnant. So when I got pregnant this time around with the second baby, I was a little bigger in terms of weight wise. And so with that being said, definitely been a little bit cautious about what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, just to kind of avoid gestational diabetes. So I actually do take every once in a while my glucose, just because I want to monitor my sugar levels. And so I'm not gonna lie, this time around, they've been pretty high up and down. So they have been monitoring me. And so I'll talk about that too. But anyway, so with this pregnancy though, initially in the beginning, I got pregnant towards the end of the summer of last year, and I was fine, but it has been hard. I have to say it's been really, really hard, guys. And I think a lot, when people ask me, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm like, on top of COVID and the limits and restrictions and things like that, my daughter is flourishing and growing into her own and has so much energy. And before, she stayed at home with me full time, and I would have my sister-in-laws come over and families help me with her when I have calls and things, because I'm not traveling because of COVID. No one is in my organization. And so it's still tough though. It's still tough trying to keep up. And then now this belly is in the way, and I'm just really, really tired. First pregnancy, I was moving around a lot. I was drinking more water. I'm finding that it's very difficult for me to get at least 100 ounces in a day, and I was able to do that. So I don't know. I think this pregnancy has been a little bit different. A lot of times they say boys, girls, and I don't want to say girls are the worst pregnancy, but you don't really glow with girls. And so a lot of people thought I was having a boy because the way I was moving, it was like, there's no way you're having a girl. But it's like, this boy is draining me down like to my skin. On social media, I've shared a few times that my skin has been extremely dry. I think I found a remedy for that. So I will keep you guys updated. But my eyelids have been, I'm talking about waking up like, it's dry, ashy. Skin has just been ashy. Usually around the winter months, I naturally have dry skin. I have combination skin, but like my scalp, everything, like I have to constantly moisturize myself. And it could be due to a lack of water too, but it's just been real funny. And so I'm gonna get into another part of this pregnancy that is definitely different. So if you're still interested in what I have to say, then stay. But y'all, this pregnancy with my son, I've been bleeding on and off. And so I wanted to share that because the whole point of me saying this is to whoever moms that have been in this situation before. I haven't met anyone personally that have had this. But I'm talking to you, if you're a mom and you're experiencing this, or if you're a mom and you plan on having kids, is not to compare the pregnancies. So I'm trying to work on not trying to compare the pregnancies side by side, but just take it one day at a time. But yes, I've been bleeding on and off, guys. I won't lie and say that I kind of brush it off my shoulder, because that's not true. It has been a little stressful as well, because I'm like, when you're bleeding, you obviously assume a miscarriage, right? You're assuming, okay, there's a miscarriage, and I mean bleeding to the point where it was filling up the toilet. And I would say this started back in October. No, I'm not October, after Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, I realized that I kind of felt, us ladies, we know when we're about to get onto our menstrual in our period. And so I was feeling funny, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I jumped up and I said, let me go into the bathroom. This is feeling like I'm about to be on my period. You just know. And when I wiped, I saw that light blood and I panicked. My husband was downstairs working out, and I called him, but I had to calm. I prayed. I said, okay, calm down. The last thing I need to do is be crazy. And so I'm going to talk about that. That's actually going to be the next video. So definitely that video, I'll talk more about what that's been like and what the diagnosis might be. And so I'll talk about that. But the main purpose of this video is just comparing and contrasting both pregnancies. But you'll watch that video and you'll see things have been a little bit different this time around with everything in terms of me seeking therapy, like really taking not taking self-care for granted. This time around, I've stepped it up a notch, I would say. And so I'm going to talk more about this current pregnancy that I'm in and what I've been having to do just to kind of make sure me and him are good. But needless to say, I've been experiencing dry skin. I've been bleeding on and off throughout this pregnancy. Didn't experience anything like that. I don't know if it has anything to do with the season too, right? So my daughter is a summer baby. This baby, I don't know. Will he be a spring? I don't know if he'll be a spring or technically still a winter baby. I have to check. So it could be so many variations, but I've given it to God though. But I wanted to get on here and really just be vulnerable and share that with you guys, because a lot of times people are like, oh, such a great role model, this and that. And I appreciate and I receive it, but sis is going through things too. And so I just wanted to get on here and share that before I go and see my baby. I'm excited to see him, and hopefully he's not growing too fast. Because my preference is to have another vaginal birth. But again, I am open. I feel like God, we are able to give birth however he sees fit for us. And so long as my baby is healthy and I'm healthy, I really don't care. At the end of the day, I just want him to be healthy and I want him to flourish. So it really doesn't matter the method and how I give birth to him, but that's just my preference. And so if any moms, or if you're a guy and you know of a lady or whoever has experienced something like this, just be there for them. The best thing is to be there for them. Continue to pray and lift them up in prayer. But pregnancy is not for the weak at all, okay? Not at all. Didn't expect it to be this way, this pregnancy. And so, but I'm grateful that I'm exposed and having a different pregnancy at the same time, because you have this way of thinking of how you want to move throughout pregnancy. You have your plan, but then God is like, this is the route I'm going to take you. And so hopefully me sharing what I've been facing this current pregnancy will I can relate to other moms. That's why I have my Self-Care for Moms encouragement group on Facebook and the Self-Care Movement on Instagram. So if you're a mom or you are looking to be a mom, you aspire to be a mom, I think it's always good to just be geared up and have a tribe of other moms who are honestly going through the same thing as you. And that's what I've been realizing on things like Clubhouse and having these different platforms to really just connect with other moms, that we're not the only ones going through this by ourselves. So hence why I'm sharing this. I've been going through this for some time now, but I haven't publicly shared this. And so check out that next video. I'm going to be very, very detailed. I'm a very detailed person. So if that's a video you probably don't want to see, then this is all you need to know. So I am going to head to my appointment, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably record some things in there. Obviously, my husband can't come in because of COVID restrictions, which I'm also not happy about. He hasn't been able to join me at any of the appointments because I got pregnant during COVID. Cora baby. So I've been going in by myself, but the team that we're with have been great and reassuring. So I will keep you all updated. But I just wanted to get on here and just share that although I am comparing pregnancy 1 versus pregnancy 2, try not to. It's hard not to. Stay off of Google, because Google is, middle of the night, I am Googling things, to the point where Google probably is like, yo, can you reword what you're saying? Because it's not making sense. And so I've been, honestly, I would say I've been going through this for some time now, but I have not gone to Google and asked questions, comparing, and not just comparing, but just trying to figure out what is going on with me. I've really, really left it to God. And so if you watch my video where I talk about reading the Bible from the beginning to the end. All of that has really pushed me closer to God, to be honest, because I'm like, I can't control anything here. It's out of my hands. It's out of the doctor's hands. Like, there's really nothing they can do. So just continue to lift your girl up in prayer. And yes, so we're just wishing for a safe delivery so I can hold my baby. Can't wait to see him. We're all excited here. And so I just wanted to hop on here and just share that, you know, with you guys. So stay tuned and make sure you subscribe, share, comment, like. If you are experiencing anything like this, even if it's not exactly like this, but you're like, you know what, this pregnancy, or this is my first pregnancy, this is nothing what I imagined, because let's be real, moms are not out here telling us things like this. Like, pregnancies always seem to be so pretty. Like, and it is, but there are also some issues too that a lot we don't know unless we go through it. And so that's what I'm facing right now, where I'm like, my first pregnancy was like a perfect pregnancy, and then this pregnancy is like, what happened? So that's all I have. Okay, so I'm here at my appointment to see baby. Quick scan just to see how he's doing, how he's growing. I'm in the car, so this is COVID. My husband's not with me, even though he's off, but I'm here in the car by myself, because now, before, we could go in and sit and wait, but because of COVID restrictions and the number of people in there, they have to call you first. So they're gonna give me a call when I can come in and do vitals and all those things. So I'm just sitting in the car, chilling, praying, and I will let you guys know how it all went, or how it goes, actually. So I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. I was in there for a while. They had like a student tech in there helping, so I was trying to be patient. I want people to learn and, you know, whatever. So overall, everything is good. Baby is good. But to find specific details actually now about this bleeding that could be on and off, I think I may know what's happening. The doctor that I spoke to was very informative, so I'm going to gather my notes, so when I talk to you guys about the situation that's been going on, I can provide you guys with those details to see if anybody can relate to me or if they've heard anything like that. But other than that, baby's doing fine. Baby is 3 pounds 15 ounces, 67th percentile. He's doing great. He was moving around a lot, and he has a lot of hair. I have a picture. It's somewhere over there. But yeah, he has a lot of hair. So Zoe had a lot of hair too, so it'll be good to see him. I'm excited to see him and meet him, but he was moving. Baby is breech. He was not breeched when I came here last time, so his butt is now down. So yeah, so we'll see. Everything is looking good. Feel good. God is good. Baby's good. Mama's good. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you check out that video about pregnancy number 2 and the things I've been going through. All right. Peace and love.